Good morning. It's currently just gone 5:30. We're doing a full day of eating video today, kind of showing you what I eat, kind of give you some ideas for what you can do to kind of help your training get better. So right here we've got the whey protein and cereal for after training, which is just some squash with some maltodextrin in for some carbohydrates. And what I've got now as well is a litre of water. So I'm going to start it now, and then by the time I get to the pool, it'll all be gone, and I'll be hydrated, ready to start the day on that good footing. All right, probably I'll see you in a bit. Okay, that's the morning session done. We did about 4.5k, nothing too hard, aerobic with some like underwater, some skills kind of work. You've seen, I showed you earlier, I had the cereal after, so a litre of water beforehand on the journey. It's like a 15-minute car journey. Litre of water in there, and then after the session, then the whey protein with the cereal, and then that then fueled me into the lifting. Did a little bit of gym this morning. Pretty good. The strength's actually coming back pretty well, which is quite exciting. But now we're getting ready for breakfast, so I'll show you what we have here. I've just got some eggs cooking. Now I went off eggs for a while, just I was eating eggs all the time, and it was every morning, and I just got fed up with it, and I kind of went through a few iterations, and I'm back on eggs, but I'm liking cooking them like this, like an American, flipping them over, except all the yolks are a bit burst, but never mind, eh? Now we come across to, we've got some wraps. So this is beef mince. Doesn't look too appetizing, but it's actually pretty tasty. On wraps with some salsa, and it's hot salsa from Lidl, which is actually really tasty. It's about 0 calories almost, so it's perfect. And then finish off with some fruit. So I've got frozen pineapple, frozen blueberries, and then some strawberries. So frozen fruit's kind of no different really to fresh fruit, except it's a little bit cheaper. And I've got my sister Ella staying with me for a few weeks while she works in Manchester. So if you anyone wants to go and watch the musical Lizzie,
Lizzie,
you can go and see Ella in action. But yeah, that's off to work. And then to finish off, see you later. To finish off the breakfast then is just this lemon water. So that's just the juice of a lemon, and I'll top that up to a pint with some water. So the lemon water is really good for, again, getting another bit of your 5 a day in, getting some good hydration, especially if you've not trained in the morning. It's kind of a nice, easy way of getting an extra half a litre in. And that's about it. So we've got 4 of my 5 a day. That ends up being about 10 in this meal. Good amount of protein, probably 50, 60 grams of protein, decent amount of fat from the eggs, and then some good carbs from the wraps. So I'm going to get the eggs off the heat because I'm sure they're overcooking by now, and eat, and I'll see you later. So that's breakfast done. All down in, I don't know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, something like that. Nice and quick. So now I'm just getting some rice on the go. So put it in the rice cooker, and dead easy start. White rice. Now it's quite good. There's a delay button there, so it means that if you were to set this up in the morning and you know you're going to be out all day and you want some rice for your dinner or whatever, then you can set it with a delay. I think the delay goes up to maybe 9 hours, 7 hours, something like that. So you can set it for later in the day. It'll be ready. It was quite good. So I'm setting it now. It takes maybe 25 minutes, 20 minutes to cook, maybe 30 minutes because it has some standing time. But then it means then it has a keep warm function. So it means then when I come back to eat later in a couple of hours, the rice will still be warm, even though they've been cooked now. So it's kind of things like that. I think are pretty handy for kind of keeping organised with knowing what you're doing at what points, because kind of what we have to realise as us as athletes have to know that we have to think about what's actually making us better as athletes, what makes us perform better, and the training, of course, but it's more than the training really. So the training stimulates us, and it's our recovery that that kind of has that adaptation for us to then perform better. So in order to recover, we need sleep, we need hydration, and we need our nutrition. And there are three kind of often overlooked components. People often just think, oh, faster, more hard work in the pool, but it doesn't really work like that. Of course, you need hard work in the pool. That's another thing that your sleep, hydration, nutrition contributes to. If you don't eat anything all day and you go and train at night, we all know you're going to be rubbish, aren't you? Similarly, if you've not drunk anything all day, you're going to be rubbish. If you've not slept all night, you're going to be rubbish. So it's kind of keeping on top of all those things so that we can kind of stack as many perfect days of training in a row. And then we can be confident that we're going to be able then to perform come race day. We know we've got that work done and in the bank. But yeah, so that's it. Rice is on the go. I'm going to doss about for a couple of hours, about an hour and a half now, till I eat again. So yeah, I'll see you then. Okay, we're back at about 12 o'clock. The rice is done. That steam coming off. So that's gonna do the meals. That's gonna be 3 of my meals today. I'm gonna take about a wedge of about a third of it. There's about 100 grams of rice there as a raw weight. With some water, whatever it weighs now, I don't care really, because I know what it weighs dry. That's going then with 200 grams of beef. So that's flank steak. So I buy all my beef from a Chinese wholesaler. So I'll show you. Well, I'll put a picture on screen of what it looks like when I'm butchering it. And I'm carving it up into 200 gram portions. That'll do me for a month, about a month there, maybe a little bit longer. And with that then, so we've got the beef, we've got some rice, and I'm having with it. Right. And that's it. That's going to be meal. I don't know what you call it. It's meal 3, I suppose. It's like the first lunch. Should we call it first lunch? First lunch. Going in. All right, quick break in the usual proceedings. I've just picked up a USB microphone. So this is for kind of whenever we do one-to-one work with people, we do any kind of voiceover. That'll give me hopefully quite a nice sound. Looks quite sleek, quite smart there, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that's exciting. And I'll be ready to eat second lunch in about 40 minutes. Okay, we are here with lunch number 2, which might look a little bit familiar. We have some beef with some rice, salted, kind of to taste. Got 100 grams of spinach, and then if we whip around here, I've got a kiwi. Now, the kiwi's cut up a bit weird, but it just makes it dead convenient to eat. It's just like a segmented straight in the gob. But yeah, this is going to be meal number 3 going in. That's it, all done. So we're about just gone 2:15. So we're in the water at 4. So that gives me nice nearly 2 hours for that meal to kind of have digested, and so it's not just sitting there. I find sometimes when we eat a little bit close to training, it kind of, the food just sits there, you just feel like you've got a lump in your stomach. But this eating at this time is perfect for me. There's a couple of things I want to talk about. One is kind of the amounts of food I'm eating. So obviously our tradition, I suppose, is 3 meals a day, isn't it? But kind of from the stuff I've kind of read and heard about, kind of you're best off eating more regularly, because of you can stimulate muscle protein synthesis every 2 hours. So if you're eating a good hit of protein every 2 hours, your body's using that, and as athletes, that's what we need for our recovery. And so the amounts I've worked out kind of a few weeks ago, I was like, this is what I want to eat, and then I can keep track of that. So I don't remember the exact macro breakdown now. I just know kind of 200 grams of the meat, 100 grams of the rice, or 2 wraps, or whatever it might be. And I know what I'm eating. So I know when I weigh myself every morning, if I'm losing weight, if I'm at whatever weight on a Monday, if I've lost weight significantly by Friday, Saturday, I know through the week I'm not eating enough, because we're not going to be losing body fat or anything that quickly. It's all going to be glycogen, water, kind of that's being lost. Similarly, if I'm starting at a weight and by Saturday I'm a few kilos heavier, I know, right, tone it down a little bit. I probably don't need to be eating quite this much. I've not got the demand, created the demand for that amount of food yet. So, but as I am, I'm pretty stable with my body weight. So it's all looking pretty good. The second thing is, none of the meals I've cooked today, and you'll see the dinner tonight after training, none of the things I've eaten today have been complicated or difficult. Now they're not. They taste fine. They're not delicious, but they're not disgusting. They're perfectly palatable. But because they're so simple, it means that if I was out all day, like for a lot of you that are at uni or at work, whatever, there's no reason why you couldn't prep it all the night before. Like the wraps, I've done that before when I've had stuff on in the morning and not been able to come home. Make the wraps, and then that's it. Wraps and some fruit for your breakfast, easy. And then similarly, if you've done your rice cooker the night before, got some rice, you can set it to be done when you wake up, or just do it the night before. Cook your meat the night before, and then microwave it that next morning, and you put it in a thermos, and it'll stay warm basically all day. So the reason I say that is that it's much better, and you're going to get a much better outcome out of doing it like that than if you're just in uni and you go, I need to eat now. Well, I don't have anything. No, I just go to Greg's. I just go to Mackey's. I just go to Co-op and get a meal deal. The things that are okay, but they're not great. It's kind of like a good, better, best kind of scenario. We want best where we can get it. It doesn't take much effort. It's maybe 10 minutes, a little bit of organisation, and you can kind of make those big gains on your opponents and on yourself from a year ago. So yes, that's just a couple of thoughts I've had while I'm eating there. So we're going to go and train. During the training, I'll have some carbohydrates in my drinks bottle. We've got a power session tonight, which will be fun. We've got some strength in the gym, and then I'll have the cereal and whey protein again after training, and then come home for some dinner after that. Okay, we just got in from training. It's just gone 8:15. I'm pretty shattered. We did a really heavy power set in the pool. So we did some reps were opposites with a parachute, so different arms to legs. It's like freestyle arms, fly legs, vice versa, kind of any combo of that with a parachute. We did swim with paddles against a resistance cord. We did dead start with parachute and socks, and then we did a turn with parachute and socks into underwater, into kick on the surface. That was 5 rounds, so big old set, and then finish off with some more lifting, some pull-ups, some overhead press. Not too bad performance-wise, to be fair. It's all starting to come back pretty well. But I've got dinner-wise then. I've got some salmon on the go, nice and steamy. And then with that, I've got some salady bits. I've got some tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers. So to save on washing up a little bit, and because I've got 10 minutes while that salmon cooks, I'm going to probably eat the salad now, and then the salmon and rice will come after with some soy sauce, some hot sauce. I think pretty tasty. But I'll show you when that comes out. Here we go. Final meal. Eating the salad. So now I've got some salmon and some rice, and then so I cooked 400 grams of salmon, so the rest is there for Monday. Slosh in some soy sauce. Yeah, that much will do. Slosh in some hot sauce. Yeah, that'll do. Lovely. And then kind of the last thing I'll talk about is hydration. So I've drunk 3 of these 2-litre bottles today. So obviously easy maths on it. 6 litres today. Plus I've got another litre on the go I'll probably only drink maybe a half, 2/3 of it. But as long as I'm hitting a minimum of 6 litres, I'm happy with that. Kind of 6 litres seems to be like a good amount that I can get in that kind of keeps me hydrated, keeps my urine clear and all that. So yeah, that'll do for today. I'm going to eat this and go to bed because I am shattered. We've got some aerobic in the morning, kind of washing out tonight, which yeah, that'll be nice. That'll be nice to kind of feel a bit relaxed, hopefully. But yeah, I hope you've found this useful. If you got, as always, any questions, let me know. If you want kind of any mentoring of anything kind of a bit more specifically, you can do that through my website. That's jingramswimming.com. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.